All right, everybody, welcome back live at Drew's house. Another edition. Hope everybody's doing well. First show of the week. Hope everybody had a good weekend and all that good stuff. We got ourselves a student show today. Going to keep it Newburyport centric. And let's start. Well, everybody's already here on time and ready to go. So I'll get out of the way and we'll talk some student athletes talk here. Let's start with the girls. Sydney Young and Ava Hartley are joining us. Hello, you two.
Hi.
So volleyball season, not yet over. You girls are doing some special things. Tell us where we're at.
Yeah, so today was our first game of Cal Championships, and we played Pentucket, and we won 3-0, which was really good.
Congratulations. You're fresh off a win.
Yes.
The boys beat you to this to our little show here. And when you clocked in, you two were very loud and excited. Now I know why.
We're very happy that we won the first round, and we just hope that we make it to the finals. So.
Excellent. Are you literally like just off the court? Are you did we catch you here right after the win?
No, we had our game at 4, so we're just having like a little powwow celebration that we won.
It's pretty much right after a game, so thanks for making some time for us. Ava, how's the season been? I don't think we've had you on the show yet. Have we? Have you been on yet?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, well, you're the rookie on the show here. How are you? Thanks for coming on. How's the season been?
It's been really good. We're a really young team. I mean, we haven't played with each other that much. We have a lot of seniors, actually. I mean, we have 4 starting seniors, so we're not that young, but we're really new. Like, we haven't played together.
Sydney's the veteran, right?
Yeah. But like the beginning of the season, it was definitely, we saw that we were like not that molded, but now like the past, what are we on, like an 8-game winning streak?
Yeah, I think we're on like an 8-game winning streak.
Yeah,
which is
I mean,
really strong.
That just shows how close we've gotten, and we're doing really good.
You know, my cousin, my niece Carly plays for Danvers, and she was very happy that you. Maybe she wouldn't want me to say it that way, but she was very impressed that you beat somebody who was really undefeated and really tough. Is that accurate?
Yeah, we swept Linfield 3-0, and it's the first time they've had a sweep since before 2011. So.
Yeah, that made some headlines all around the North Shore, I think. So
yeah, it was a huge game for us. So.
And good luck Friday. We'll get back to you guys a little bit because this is that crazy fall into spring season here, and like it actually is baseball season now. And we got the baseball cap. I think we got all 3 captains. Is that right? They all nod. Very good. Nice job. So we got, why don't you guys have all been on before, but why don't you introduce yourself? Nick, why don't you take it first? Say hello.
Hey guys, Nick White, senior captain for the baseball team, and I'm the catcher.
Ryan, you go next.
Ryan Archer, also a captain, and I play outfield.
And my name's Tony, and I play shortstop, senior captain too.
Tony, what's your last name? Say it for the people.
Lucci, Lucci.
Lucci, you have not been on the show. You're the other rookie, right?
Yeah, I haven't been on it yet.
I was going to say, I don't recognize you now that I think about it. Okay. I know the other 2, but very good. So baseball season, what's the deal? Are you guys off and running yet? I'm a little out of the loop on this.
We have some kind of unofficial optional practices going on 3 times a week after school. So it's kind of picking up now.
What does pandemic baseball look like, Nick?
It's just obviously like masks, and then like it's a little more like small group work, so it's not like more like big team stuff, but it's not too different because it's baseball, it's outdoors, you're pretty spaced as it is, unlike a football or basketball game.
You have to wear masks the whole game though? Yeah. All right, so it's like a lot of those other sports. Tony, what year are you, Tony?
I'm a senior.
You guys are all seniors. What's it been like playing? I mean, it's got to be weird still. Like I'm still not used to wearing a mask every day. What's it like wearing it on the diamond?
Oh, it's totally different because like just like the breathing and everything kind of restricts that. So it's just like you just got to adjust to it. And like sometimes when I'm practicing on my own, I'll like wear a mask just to get used to for the game.
Ryan, I would think if you say anything bad to the umpire, it might be kind of hard to hear you.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be difficult, and especially like wearing a mask out in like center field or like 100 feet from someone else.
Are you the center fielder?
Yeah.
You're patrolling center field. Very good. How's the squad looking? You like your prospects this year?
We're looking pretty experienced. The fellows are definitely ready. Been preparing for a while. A lot of guys are playing like year round, so we'll be ready.
All right, Tony, you feel the same way?
Of course, yes.
Quite a good answer. Nick, I won't even ask you. I know you have the answer. Thank you, Nick, by the way, for organizing all you guys. And Nick, I usually have when I bring all you student athletes together, I usually have like one point person that has to like reach out to everybody. And thank you, Nick, for getting the producer credits for today. Sydney and Ava, are you girls wearing masks as well on the volleyball court all game long?
Yeah, we have to wear our masks the whole time, and then after we like come off the court, you have to like be super socially distanced, or else you get like scolded. So.
Gotcha. And the fact that you two jumped on this show like all giggly and hugging tells me after a victory tells me that's very difficult for the rest of the team to stay socially distant.
Yeah.
What's been the hardest part? Because I mean, these guys are at least outside. It does feel a little bit different when you're out in a baseball field and in center field all by yourself. But the volleyball confines, it's just naturally tighter.
Yeah. No, it was a huge transition from going to like, obviously it's hard to like breathe, especially when you're indoors and you're like always like around each other. But we were actually surprised that we would have to like, I guess like wear them because we're never really like standing like right next to each other.
Yeah.
So it's not really like a contact sport, but it was definitely like a huge change because like you're huffing and puffing already. So it's just like having that like on your face is like super different. Yeah.
Yeah, and like just like with blocking and hitting, like your arms are constantly going up. So like the mask moves, it kind of like can get in your eyes sometimes, and it's just kind of a pain.
And just like naturally, and especially in volleyball, you just naturally like come together, right? I mean, there's like
like after a point,
every
you come
single
in the middle.
point you come like in like a group like hug almost, which I know that's really
and
like,
because we're all
normal.
talking, you know, like how the masks are like going up and down, and you're always like having to adjust it. It's just something else to worry about.
It's very vocal, especially since they're trying to like limit contact.
Yeah.
So with the mask, it makes it even harder to talk, which causes a lot more contact sometimes.
communication issues, you mean?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I can imagine that. I was laughing like I was watching the NCAA basketball tournament, and like the guys had won the game at the buzzer, and they're all hugging, and then they had a post game interview, and the coach is like, "We got to keep our distance." I was like, "I literally just saw you hugging that man 5 minutes ago." So it is. You try to do what you can do, but I guess that's it. I should ask you. We'll get back to the sports thing to end this, but what is school life like right now? Because that is a world I'm not in. I don't have kids. I'm far removed from it, obviously, and you guys are living the pandemic life. What's it like? Nick, why don't you take this one?
It's not too bad. I mean, at the beginning of the year, like not many people came in, and like everyone, it was like all like on the computer, even though we were in school, so it kind of wasn't very fun. But now that like more people are starting to come in, and like people are less worried now that there's more vaccines out, I think like it's picking up. It's more fun.
Are you guys getting vaccinated yet, or has that not reached your level?
A couple of my friends have, because A, they're 18, or B, if you work in a restaurant, I think you're allowed to get one.
Let's do the hands. Who's vaccinated so far? Ryan and I? There you go. 2 out of 6, not bad. All right, Ryan, where'd you go? If you don't mind me asking.
My mom's a healthcare worker, so I went to her like dialysis clinic, and just had to be on a waiting list if no one showed up their appointment, and then no one showed up, so I got lucky enough to get one.
Yep, that's right. That's how I got mine too. It's that is interesting. It's a painless shot, right? Do you have
It wasn't bad.
Any side effects or?
Only this after the second one, my arm hurt, but that was just like any other shot.
Pfizer or Moderna?
Moderna.
Moderna. Okay, so you get the second one. It's not basketball season. So that's a little bit better for you. You don't want to be messing with the shooting, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So the shots are starting to come. What is the deal with actually getting back to class? Like, was I hearing like after April vacation there might be some changes, or what's the deal?
I think after April break, the 26th, a lot of people are going back into school, like almost everybody, and it's gonna be like mass. I think the hallways you can only go like one way, so there's not a ton of people in the halls. And there's still a ton of like COVID things, but I think that's when most people are really like starting to go back full time.
What's your feeling, Nick? Are most people going to be going back?
Most of my friends are going in now, but like from what I heard, by the 26th after break, pretty much everyone will be back.
Really? Tony, same deal for you? You think everybody's kind of anxious to get back?
Yeah, definitely. Everyone I've talked to has said yes for the going back the 26th. So yeah.
Really? Girls, same deal?
Yeah, me and Ava are both 4-day students. Yeah.
4-day students? What does that mean?
Like we go in 4 days a week.
We're already in.
We
just don't go in on Wednesdays.
Yeah.
Gotcha. I love the idea of a 4-day work week. That's beautiful.
Yeah, I honestly really like the 4 days, and then
Yeah,
having like
a break in the
Wednesday
middle.
kind of be like a break.
Mhm.
But it'll be good because Wednesdays after we come back, like Ryan said, they're making Wednesdays half days. So we'll get out at an earlier time, which will still be.
What is the point of that?
I'm not really sure. I think it was just because right now on Wednesdays we're running through all of our classes, and then after break it's going to be like cut in half. So we're just going to do like an A week and a B week. So it's just really like to catch up on like missing work and stuff like that. Yeah.
So you've already been back, and you guys pretty much know everybody. Think everybody wants to go back. I don't think I've ever seen a generation of high school students want to be in class so badly in my entire life.
Yeah, I honestly didn't think I was gonna miss it that much, but I'm a super like visual, like in person kind of gal. Want to learn, with like teachers, like being right there, kind of just being there to help you with everything. So I definitely like being in person.
Let's go with that. You too, Ava. You miss it?
Yeah, my parents were kind of pushing me to go back, but now that I'm back, like I would not want to be full remote. It's like we both went back right around when volleyball season started, and it gave us a lot more of a routine. You going to school and then going to practice, and I think like that helped us. Like it helped me at least, like focus throughout the day.
Yeah.
Tony, take that one. Thrilled to be back.
I'm actually not back yet, but I actually went in earlier, and I definitely liked it a lot better because I feel like it's like there's a lot less distractions when you're in, and it forces you to focus, and it's just like a lot easier to learn, in my opinion.
Yeah, and Nick and Ryan. Nick, sorry, I'll keep it structured.
The same, like online learning is a lot harder to like look at the computer and take notes instead of like a teacher's like over your shoulder.
Yeah.
And it's hard to like another example is like in class if you want to unmute, it's a lot easier to like call a teacher over than like talk in front of like the whole class and say something. So I guess it's a lot more like what Tony said, easier and efficient in school.
Nick, do you think what is it? It's mid-April. Like, is this it's like prom season, right? Usually, and all that stuff is what's the deal with all that?
Yeah, so prom's usually in like I think it's supposed to be like first week of June, but
Okay.
yeah, but we're having a meeting on it tomorrow after school actually about like with the principal, and he's talking to the senior class about like what we can do, what we can't do, if it's going to be a possibility or not, that type of thing.
So it's still very much up in the air.
Yeah, it's definitely up in the air, but it's not looking great, unfortunately.
Really, you're getting bad vibes. It's gonna be kind of strange not knowing like that stuff. Those used to be big dates for like seniors.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, I don't know, we've had some big things already taken out of our schedule, and that would just be like the cherry on top, so to speak. Like, and just another big hit that we'd miss.
Yeah, you guys are like the adversity class. Tony, talk about that a little bit. Not having the like those big kind of check marks in life, either in doubt or taken away. I mean, you've already had a lot taken away, but the in doubt ones too.
Yeah, look, it definitely stinks. Like for baseball, we had to like for the dugouts, we had to like sit like three people in a dugout, and we had to space out. And it just like changes everything, and it just forces you to like adapt to the game and play it. Honestly, it's a little bit different.
Yeah, girls, prom season. That's so lame. You don't know if you're even gonna have one yet. Are you annoyed?
Yeah, I mean, for me especially, I mean, like obviously us seniors, we didn't get one last year. And I feel like, yeah, prom's just kind of like that experience you should get at least once in high school. I mean, I don't know what the junior class is doing for theirs or if it got canceled or not, but.
What are they doing, Ava?
It's not looking good for us. I don't think we're having one. Like they haven't even mentioned it at all. We're kind of just assuming. No. Oh, they said that we might do like a celebration on the field at the end of the year
Something
for our
like
class.
That. Yeah.
So that's you guys are probably going to hear a lot about that tomorrow than the possible other ideas. But
yeah, that meeting after school will be like very interesting with our senior class to see what we're going to be able to do.
The big meeting. Sydney, so you just mentioned too that you missed this stuff last year, which people don't even think about. When this was all happening last year, I would bet, I mean, I know I was thinking this way, but I was thinking like last year's seniors, it's so lame for them. Like I really wasn't thinking that this year's senior class might be looking at the same deal. Are you all kind of surprised how the longevity of this thing? I mean, I think the whole world is, but it must be kind of tough to be living through that.
Yeah, honestly, I thought it would be kind of like over now, but it's just kind of frustrating knowing that like, I guess like, I feel like we had it worse, honestly, because we didn't get like our last 2 years of high school really. Like I don't really remember my junior year. It kind of just goes like sophomore to senior year, which is kind of unfortunate. Yeah, I thought it would be over by now, but I mean, we're really just trying to make the best of what we're given right now. So
Yeah, Tony, put the last 2 years in a little nutshell bow for me.
Well, for baseball, I mean, missing junior year was just terrible because that was like my first chance to start. But I mean, we did have, like, me and Nick played on a summer ball team, and it was still really fun, even though we had to wear a mask. So I mean, at least we got to play some baseball.
Yeah, and how about just obviously you're a baseball guy, but and like all that other just all the school oddness too. I mean, it's a life shaker, right?
Yeah, I mean, it definitely stunk not being able to like see my friends every day and look forward to like going into school, and it just like, yeah, it just changed everything in my life.
Nick, 2-year synopsis.
Yeah, I know, but I don't know. I think this year is gonna be fine for baseball. I think we'll make up for last year's loss,
There
hopefully.
you go. I like you just looking ahead. That's fantastic. Ryan, what's the what would you say? I bet you did. I think we talked before. I bet you're probably surprised that we're still kind of here and you're talking about missing a lot of these big dates.
Yeah, I mean, I remember during soccer season, we were kind of hoping that at this point we would have like fans or like go
Yeah.
to like football games or stuff like that. And I didn't think it would last this long in the sense that like it would still be as worse as it is. But we're just being hopeful. Like we don't want to get like down too much, or as upperclassmen, we don't want to like put our heads down, like, oh, I don't know fans maybe or all this, because then the underclassmen aren't going to be too excited. So just show up to work every day and do the best we can.
Look at you, all good leadership captain there. Very nice. You're like, yeah, I know. Again, we're joined here by Sydney Yum, Ava Hartley, Tony Lucci, Ryan Archer, and Nick White. The guys are baseball. Sydney and Ava are volleyball, ending their season, but it's not over yet. They play Friday. What are the details, by the way? Because people might want to, well, see, I get caught myself. I was going to say people might want to come out and see you, but there's rules against that too, aren't there?
Yeah, so our game on Fridays, if we make it, assuming we're going to be winning on Wednesday's at Newburyport at 5, and then Fridays at Linfield at 6 or 6, 5 or 6.
Wednesday we play North Reading
Yep.
at 5:30, and then we'll play either Linfield or Ipswich on Friday if we win.
Yeah.
And you're not scared of Linfield, so that would be exciting. What is the rule with fans in the building?
Right now it's looking like, well, especially like for Newburyport, right now everyone on the team is allowed to have 2 parents to come to the games. And then I'm not sure at other schools, but I'm pretty sure it's like the same thing. But you're not allowed to have like opposing team fans come.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. So that's interesting. Is baseball a little bit looser being outside, boys? Can you have more people?
I don't think that's really been discussed yet because like they're still trying to figure out the basketball like fan situation. But I think there will be fans allowed
At the baseball field? Yeah. I mean, baseball's kind of, I mean, you kind of have to energize yourself sometimes anyway, right? It's just high school baseball. Sometimes it can be weird sight lines and weird crowds sometimes. So I don't know. I feel like maybe Ryan, you'd be good to answer that. Like basketball, you definitely miss the crowd, right?
Yeah, definitely getting like rowdy with all the boys. Like you miss that. Like the memories are like putting up a 3, like seeing like game winners. It was tough. I know my friend Jake Robertson had like a game winner this year, and everyone's just you watch it on Zoom. You can't have like all like the fans there and like you see it in person. So you miss that for sure.
Yeah. One thing, I think the volleyball girls, basketball probably had to do this too, but like everything I've seen from volleyball, like the benches play, I know the basketball does too, but the benches are very loud in volleyball. Like it's almost like every point trying to like almost replace for the lack of a crowd. Am I right on that?
Yeah, no, volleyball fans are kind of rowdy. Like at like a regular game, they're just like, they're screaming. They're like, that was in, that was out, the score's wrong. Like it's just constant.
The score is wrong?
Yeah, like it happens a lot. Like if like
More
me and
often
yeah,
than
more
sure.
often. Like, and Ava and I play club, and in club it's just like it's nasty. Like some of the parents just get really like up in your face They're like, that's wrong. That should be our point. So yeah, volleyball is a pretty rowdy.
Yeah, and we all feed off the energy. So not having fans, like there's 6 girls on the court, but there's 13 girls on our roster, and those other 7, like they're so important with no fans that like. And we're so thankful for them. Like we can hear them on the court. They're so loud and like they really help. Like when the bench is up, we're up, and when like we're down, the bench is down. Like
it's really like a family. You gotta be in it together, you know.
And that is the same thing for basketball guys too, right? Nick, and are you guys all basketball, or Tony? You don't play basketball, right?
No, I just play baseball and hockey.
Baseball. Oh, you're a hockey guy. Oh, so you're with Coach Emin.
Yeah, me and Archer.
Okay, tell him I said hello, by the way. Haven't seen that man in a while. How's he doing, by the way? Is he still loving coaching hockey?
Yeah, I think COVID was definitely a little bit different. He had trouble sticking to the guidelines sometimes, but I mean, we did our best.
I bet he would. He was probably having a field day trying to keep control of you guys in a pandemic. Sometimes I laughed about that, thinking about him. So we did the prom situation. How about graduation? Because a lot of you guys are seniors. Are officials like, I mean, I wonder if they're almost like graduation's our top priority. We're not even worried about prom. Do you guys get the sense of that sometimes?
I think that right now, like what they did last year was like a drive-by type of graduation where they'd kind of like drive to the front and then people would clap or something and then they'd hand you your diploma. But this year it's like prom, like anything else really, this year is up in the air. But I think we're having like a celebratory like day, maybe like I think Ava mentioned, but then I'm not sure how the actual like diploma process is going to work yet.
Interesting. Tony, any thoughts on that, or you're just playing it all by ear?
Playing all by ear.
Ryan?
We're hoping for like the best and everything, and I hope it's not going to be like a drive-by, and at least we get to be on like the turf. But we'll see what happens.
Please no drive-by. Sydney, by the way, I texted a friend of mine saying who I was having on the show tonight, and is it Sydney Yim? Am I pronouncing your name right?
Yeah, it's Sydney Yim.
Okay, I think I said that wrong earlier because I think I texted him the wrong name, and he goes, "By the way, it's Yim," and I said, "Oh, okay." Lord knows what I've been saying.
That's okay.
Are there congratulations order, by the way? Do I hear like a big college deal for you?
Oh yeah, so I'm going to Purdue University in Indiana.
Well then.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of a big deal.
Yeah, I'm super excited. I leave really soon. I have 60 days until I report out. So
counting. Are you wearing a Purdue shirt?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, but she's like,
she's going to play. Oh my gosh, they're ranked number 7 in the country right now. So she's going to a big program, and she's led us. Like she's done such an amazing job. This is my first year. I didn't live here last year, and she's done such a good job like leading us. And she's going to do great things at Purdue. We're gonna miss her, but I'm so excited for her.
Yeah, it's gonna be such an interesting journey. I'm just super excited to like have my coaches, kind of like take me as like, I guess like my raw self and just like, like make me into like the players that they've like put out of their program.
You don't seem like a very nervous person, but I mean, that's that's top 10 D1. That's serious business there. Are there any nerves about playing at that level, or are you just super excited?
I'm so stoked to go train and like get ready, like to play like Big Ten ball. I mean, like it's super competitive. We have maybe 8 teams in the the national championship right now that are all Big Ten schools. Mm-hmm. So it's really, really cool to kind of become a part of like that huge like family.
If you're going to play volleyball, like you want to go to the Big Ten.
Yeah.
Like it's the best college volleyball in the country.
Yeah, definitely. It was a big dream of mine. Mm-hmm. And so I'm just thankful.
And I remember the first time we talked a couple of years ago when we were actually in the studio.
Yes, I do remember this.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I hope you do.
Yeah.
But you were kind of a late bloomer, right?
Yeah, I started volleyball when I was like 13, turning 14. So I definitely started really, really late. And I guess like a bunch of coaches are still like, how did you like get so good? Like how like you started so late? Like the kids like I've talked to, like, oh yeah, like they've started like when they were like 6 or 7. And I'm just like, yeah, no, like I was like a soccer kid. Like I wasn't really like into like the volleyball. I wasn't really a fan. I didn't love the sport at first. I thought it was really annoying, but I ended up loving it. And yeah, so it's definitely been a journey. Was a
That's
late
very
bloomer.
cool. Sydney Yim, I like the support of your teammate Ava there wearing the jersey. I think that's fantastic. While we talk a lot about volleyball there, boys, I keep hearing from pretty much from older people, and I'm 34, so I don't really agree with it. And I see you guys here, like you guys are all baseball guys. I keep hearing the kids don't like baseball. Is there any truth to that?
I'd say like you talking like youth kids, or you talking like high school like fans?
Well, yeah, like high school kids. The people like baseball. Like they're telling me the sport is dying. Like baseball needs to change all these rules because the sport is dying. I disagree. Do you as well?
I definitely disagree with like the rule change. Like some people want 7 innings. Some people want like obviously there's like the pitch clock. I think that's not a terrible rule, but like the 7 innings is kind of ridiculous. I mean, baseball is 9 innings. That's just how it goes. And I know it's not exactly like a huge, like people aren't going to exactly crowd the games, but like, I don't know. No one really plays it for the crowd. It's not like football where people play to get like energy from the crowd. You just kind of do it with your teammates.
Yes, I couldn't have said it better myself. It's like it's like the one sport that doesn't need to be like fast paced and like a point every minute. That can be volleyball. That can be a point every 30 seconds. But baseball doesn't have to be that way. Tony, I know you love the game. I've already got that impression here during this interview. What about it? What about like all the other people that aren't on the team? You think baseball's dying, or are we okay?
No, I mean, I'm an umpire, and I see like a bunch of little kids who are just like so excited. They have like chants every single inning, and like they're just super excited to play. So I don't think it's dying at all.
You're an umpire. See, I did that as well. That was like the best gig when I was younger. Like that year, like your age, I did that. I actually did it into college a little bit, and I would come back from school and like pick up some games. It was so much fun.
Yeah, it's a great job.
Any issues with parents? You had to throw anybody out yet?
Not yet, no.
He's kind of grinned a little bit. He's been close. You can tell. Ryan, baseball dying?
Oh, no way. I bet though, like once we get to like a not national, but a state championship this year, it'll change a lot of kids' minds. Like get some hardware. Like we'll see. We'll see.
There you go. See, all right, there you go. You've restored my faith in humanity, I guess. All right, final couple minutes here, guys. I kept you a little longer than I said. Ryan, let's go around the horn. Ryan first. What's the thing you've learned over this pandemic? You've done 2 years of living, schooling, athletics in a pandemic. What would be your advice to, well, let's hope we don't have to go through a pandemic again, but what's your like life advice you've learned out of all this?
Just that, like a lot of adversity came at one time, and that once like everything kind of like almost fell apart at once, your whole life changed. That, like it's not a bad time to like start new things or start new hobbies, or just because everything is going wrong doesn't mean you can do a few things right. So I guess the main thing I learned was that adversity kind of builds your character, and sometimes the worst things in your life can turn out to start new opportunities and be the best ones of your life.
Well said. Nick?
I'd say like time management, and like especially going from like junior year when like everything's like rush, and then like you get a chance to like actually like relax and like get like 10 hours of sleep that you don't get during like a normal school year, and like practice and everything and homework, and you get to like try new things like Ryan said, and like you just take away like the positives from it and like go from there.
I should ask you guys too about colleges real quick. Ryan, do we have any college decisions you want to announce, or?
I'm committed to Endicott for soccer. Did that a few months ago.
All right, congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah.
I think that has changed since we last talked.
Yeah, actually, probably like a few days after we talked is when I made the decision.
I wasn't the first call. Like I need to break these stories. Come on.
Sadly not.
Nick, anything from you?
Kind of leaning towards like Clemson right now.
Leaning towards Clemson. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. All right. Well, that's exciting. I know a couple friends there. They enjoyed themselves. Tony?
I'm not sure yet.
Not sure yet. That's good. That was more me at your spot. Sydney, we've been through that. And Ava, you don't have to start worrying about that yet. We'll be talking to you more next year. But let's go back. Tony, what have you learned over the last 2 years? Same question that Nick and Ryan just answered.
Yeah, probably just don't let it affect you, and you just got to make the best out of every situation you have.
Well done. Girls?
For me, it probably was like learning how to be comfortable with being uncomfortable. So like kind of learning how to like readjust like your life around just like, I guess like the quarantine and like having to stay home and like learn from like a new environment and I guess like take on challenges. So definitely like taking away from that is like learning how to like be comfortable with being uncomfortable, like in such a rare time where we were living through a pandemic. So
Ava?
I would say just like being grateful for everything that we can do. Like we had 5 months of no volleyball, absolutely nothing. So the hard practices, like conditioning, like it sucks in the moment, but then you're like, you know, we get to play volleyball. And like just like when we go to 4 sets or 5 sets in a game, we like look at each other and we're like, we get to play volleyball right now. Like have fun, just like be grateful for each other. And it's such a short season. So we're just grateful to get to play and
so many things I will not take for granted at the end of this. I can't even imagine at your age when there's so much going on. Funny pandemic story. If maybe you don't all have one, but Ryan, give me something weird or light or upbeat that's happened over the last year or two that has just made you kind of like smile in a tough time.
I guess at the beginning of quarantine, I tried to go for like workouts at like the turf, just to, like out of my house, and you'd see like friends, but like you couldn't say hi to them or go up to them. So you'd have to be like at a far and be like, hey, like haven't seen you in 3 months, like what's going on? And you couldn't like get close to them. Like also like a funny story, like you'd see people, but you can't actually like, I don't know, see them.
That must have been annoying. I can imagine that. Nick?
Me and my friends, like towards like the end of like in the summer, we'd go like fishing, a little socially distant fishing, and like there was like one good spot, but we both wanted to fish, and like we didn't want to become too close to each other, so like we were kind of separated, and then he took the good spot, and I took this part with like the trees, and I went to cast, and then he's like, dude, you're gonna hit the trees. I'm like, no, I'm gonna be fine, and just like got stuck for like 20 minutes.
Socially distant fishing. That is fantastic. Tony?
Oh, well, back when quarantine was really bad, me and my friends would like go into parking lots and like we would like park like 10 feet away from each other and just like sit in our trunks and just talk, and it was just a fun way to see each other.
I heard so much of that. So many high school people were doing that. It was like tailgating without like without the adult fun parts of it for that is funny. I mean, that's what kids were doing. It's interesting. Girls?
Go ahead.
Okay, so we were trying to think of some. So over the summer so at first we didn't know if volleyball was going to be in like August or fall too. So we had to practice at Cashman in the rain, in the wind, and we like diving. We had mud all over us. Like the balls were flying it just didn't really work, but I think that's the only thing I can think of right now.
I know. I really cannot think of like a funny quarantine story.
You were like, I was too busy committing to like Big Ten schools.
No. No, it's not like that. It's not like that.
She was at Olympic training while we were.
Funny story. You know. My brother. Okay, this is actually funny. During the quarantine last school, I have twin brothers. They're in 8th grade, so they're going to be coming to the high school next year. They decided it was a good idea not to do 8 weeks of homework. So I did all of their Spanish and math homework, and my mom did all of their lit homework. And so we had to get them to a passing grade, or else they were told that they wouldn't be able to go to 8th grade.
Your mom is there, isn't she? You're looking at your mother, I can tell.
Oh, no, she's not here. She's not here.
You were checking to see if she was there then.
Yeah, making sure, no. No, but that was funny. I mean, they literally had like 8 weeks of work that they just didn't do, and we had to finish it in like 3 days. So I don't know. I guess that's just kind of funny.
Kind of like, it's a good college lesson. You'll all realize how to budget your time there at some point. You get a lot of that.
You know, time management came out of that for them. So
a time management lesson, right?
Yeah.
Very exciting. Well, thank you all for jumping on here. We appreciate it. Girls, good luck this week. Hopefully you can keep rolling along and finish the season strong. Sydney Yim, good luck at Purdue. If we don't talk to you by the time you get there, which we probably won't. And boys, baseball season is here. Have fun with it. Even if you have to wear a mask the whole time, you'll adjust and have a big year.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody. We'll talk to you all soon, okay? Thanks for coming on.
Have a good one.
Good one.